Okay, let's just jump right in. I want you to forget everything you think you know about homework. You know, the late nights, the frustrated parents trying to remember algebra, the endless YouTube spirals, that's all in the past. We're already living through a massive, massive shift in education, and we're about to break down exactly what that looks like.
And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky prediction about the future. It's happening right now. Get this. Recent studies showed that a whopping 85% of high school and college students are already using AI to help with their homework. So if you thought this was just a little trend for some tech kids, think again. The tipping point? It's already in our rearview mirror.
And this quote just nails it. It perfectly captures the scale of what we're talking about. This isn't just another app or some helpful website. We're talking about a fundamental change in how learning actually happens, on par with the day the calculator showed up in the classroom. It's a tool that has completely rewritten the rules.
Now, let's get one thing straight right off the bat. The lazy take here is that this is all just about cheating. But it's not. It's really about accessibility and efficiency. I mean, for just a few bucks a month, students now have an infinitely patient one-on-one tutor that's on call 24/7. That's a game changer.
So what is an AI tutor exactly? It's really important to understand we're not just talking about the kind of generic chatbot you argue with on a customer service site. No, a true AI tutor is a highly specialized piece of technology.
Here's the breakdown of what's under the hood. It's a large language model, an LLM, but it's been fine-tuned. It's connected to a very specific, verified library of information, and this is the most important part. It's built around something called a pedagogical loop. That's just a fancy way of saying it's a system designed specifically to teach. And this loop is the secret sauce. It has 4 key steps. First, it runs a diagnostic to figure out what you already know. Second, it gives you scaffolding. It builds up your knowledge with layered, step-by-step guidance. Third, and this is absolutely crucial, is refusal. A real AI tutor refuses to just give you the answer. And fourth, it provides constant feedback, tracking your mistakes to help you learn from them. That refusal step, that's what makes it so powerful. It forces you to do the critical thinking, and that is where real learning happens. And that whole approach is why the adoption of these tools is just a vertical curve. I mean, it's exploding. It's not about flashy ads, it's just raw utility. Students want to understand things faster, and these tools actually deliver on that promise. So let's break down why this creates such a huge advantage over the old way of doing things.
Just take a look at this comparison. Traditional homework, it's got fixed pacing, and you wait days for feedback. AI, it's got variable pacing, and the feedback is instant. The old way can create tons of anxiety, right? But AI gives you this safe space to mess up and try again. And the cost, I mean, it's just staggering. You go from spending hundreds on books and human tutors to maybe $5 a month. And the data completely backs this up. A big Stanford study found that students using this kind of AI-guided learning learned anywhere from 1.5 to 2 times faster than students in a traditional classroom. I mean, that is a wild leap in efficiency for less than the price of a Netflix subscription. Okay, so let's be real. The market is flooded with these tools, and frankly, most of them are just junk. They're basically just pretty wrappers on a basic chatbot. So we've cut through all that noise to show you the tools that are actually the real deal right now. All right, let's start with 2 of the heavyweights. On one side, you've got Khanmigo, which we're calling the ethical teacher. It's built by a nonprofit, and it's literally hard-coded to guide you, not just give you answers. Then on the other side, you've got Socratic by Google, the instant answer. It's a free tool that's amazing for quick, on-the-spot problem solving, just using your phone's camera. And things get even more specialized. For humanities subjects, you've got tools like what we're calling the thesis scaffolder, which helps you structure a whole essay and build a logical argument without writing a single word for you. And then on the total opposite end of the spectrum, you've got the equation grinder, a super niche tool for university students who are grinding through complex proofs and stuff like vector calculus. And the whole ecosystem is just exploding. I mean, whatever you're studying, there's probably a specialized AI for it. You've got AI for practicing languages, for debugging your code, for analyzing old historical documents, for visualizing complex molecules in chemistry, even for creating personalized quizzes to get you ready for an exam. The point is, this tech is being tailored for pretty much every subject you can imagine. But here's the really cool part. You don't always need a special app. If you know how to talk to the big general AI models, you can turn them into incredible tutors all by yourself. It's all about how you prompt them.
So this is the single most important thing to remember. The tech is just sitting there. It's your prompt that brings it to life. You have to be the one to force the AI out of its default mode, which is just spitting out answers, and into the role of a real teacher.
And here are 5 killer ways to do just that. 1. Force a persona on it. Tell it to act like a grumpy but brilliant MIT physics TA. 2. Define constraints. Explicitly tell it, do not give me the final answer. 3. Use a mistake hunter mode, where it quizzes you on common errors. 4. Reverse engineer it. Give it the answer and ask it to explain the steps to get there. And 5. Use style guide interrogation to get super specific feedback on your writing.
Which really all comes down to this core idea. When you use these tools, your intent is everything. Are you genuinely trying to learn, or are you just trying to get an answer spit back at you? That choice right there, that's the difference between real learning and just digital cheating. Now, of course, the immediate fear everyone has is that AI tutors are going to replace human teachers. But that's not what the data is showing, and it's not what the experts are saying either. This is all about collaboration, about optimizing a workflow. It's not about replacement. Think of it like this. AI tutors, they are absolutely unbeatable on efficiency, consistency, and scale. They never get tired, they're always right there. But human teachers, they will always win on mentorship, motivation, and nuance. An AI has zero consistency gap, but it has a huge authority gap. It just can't replicate the empathy and the human connection that a great teacher provides.
And when this collaboration actually works, the results are pretty amazing. In some big academic pilots, school districts that really leaned in and integrated AI tutors for skill drills and feedback saw their student proficiency scores jump by an average of 25%.
So you can start to see the new workflow taking shape. The AI handles all the repetitive, grunt work, the drills, the practice problems, the instant feedback. And that frees up the human teacher to focus on the high-impact stuff that only they can do: inspiration, deep dive debates, and real mentorship. So the big takeaway from all this is pretty clear. The debate over whether we should allow these tools in schools, that ship has sailed. They're here. The conversation we need to be having right now is about how to use them effectively and ethically. The goal has to shift to teaching AI literacy. So, I'll leave you with this question. Think about whatever you're trying to learn right now, whether you're in school or just teaching yourself something new. What is the single biggest conceptual gap you're struggling with? And how are you going to use these tools tonight to force an AI to finally help you solve it?